So let's try and go live again. Not data. It's not responding. I don't know what's going. Okay, and we are live. Welcome to the special segment of Meet the Guests with E Plus the Storyteller. I'm so excited because we have one of my babies here. I call her my baby, one of my babies. She's doing so well. She's doing so well. Amarachukwu Okechukwu. Oh, I let the cat out of the bag so soon. Okay, it's fine. She's one of our students on E Plus the Storyteller Creative Content Writing and Storytelling Platform. She's actually um, taking all of the courses, actually. She's taking creative content writing, creative storytelling, creative voiceover artistry, and even creative video editing. Talk about brain and beauty. And she has been doing so well. Amarachukwu Okechukwu has successfully gone through all of our projects, all of our projects. There's no assignment you give to her that she will not come through. And that's quite commendable. I must say to you, Amarachukwu Okechukwu, you have been such an amazing student.
Thank you, ma.
We all are students every day. We learn every day, like I say, right? We learn every day. We all are students every day. Um, with regards to your course, your courses, your creative courses on ePlus Storyteller platform. To be honest, you have been so gracious and you have been so amazing. You have really impressed me in every single step of the way. And now today we are looking at your project. You're here because of your project, part of your project, right?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so I've been talking. I think it's time to just allow you take the floor and give us what you have. What's the theme of your project today?
Impact of creative content writing and storytelling in diverse genres.
Awesome. So let's have it.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Like um,
Morning.
my, like my tutor already said, my name is Okechukwu Amarachukwu, and I'll be educating us on the impact of creating content writing and storytelling in diverse genres. This theme invites us to delve into the rich world of storytelling, examining how creative how narratives shape our understanding of the world and ourselves, because they say what we hear, when we hear things we have a more better understanding of them, and the way we what we read we also believe. So narrative, these are stories, whether fictional or non-fictional, that convey meaning and shape our perspectives for
Oh, let's work. Are you still there, Machuko? And she has a guest. Someone just asking, what are we talking about? Okay. 9 views already. Please stay with us. Amachuku will be joining us, rejoining us. Yeah, I feel like it's just a little each. What's going on? What are we talking about? So for Olu is asking, this is Amarachukwu Okechukwu's project on, yes, why she freeze up? I think it's the network. I think it's the network. I believe she'll come up, but please stay with us. So Amachukwu's theme borders around the impact of creative content writing and storytelling in diverse genres. So we're looking at the multifacial dimensions, if you like, of creative content writing and storytelling. Most time when you think that um, people just create content and people just write stories, it's usually beyond that. There are lots of dynamics associated with creative content writing and storytelling, and some of those dynamics go from personal inspiration to global inspiration. So you could be inspired right there in your home to write about just anything. It could be probably about the pollution in your environment. It could be about the story of a girl you must have observed in your area who is going through a lot. Olu, please stay with us. Stay with us. Please be kind enough to stay. Okay. And if you have any question around creative content writing and storytelling, this is the right platform for you. Just go ahead and drop your questions or feedback. So when you hear the theme or when you hear the genre creative content writing, it tags along with so much inspiration, and it doesn't really take too much to be inspired. It doesn't take too much to be inspired. From a scale of one, from a scale of 1 to 10, you know, you're always inspired by something. There's always a story to tell. There are always events that are occurring. There's always a situation arising from one um, place to the other. Now let's look at themes that I feel like we can explore. We can explore the theme of injustice. We can explore the theme of justice itself. We can explore the theme of enthusiasm. We can explore the theme of inspiration, what inspires you as an individual. We can explore the theme of okay, Amarachi is here. Okay, Amarachi is here. So Amarachuku, I just yes. Welcome. Welcome. So go ahead.
Okay,
Go
Mama,
ahead.
start from the beginning 'cause I think the video was paused.
No problem. Go ahead. Go ahead. We have people online waiting for you.
Okay, so like I said, our topic is impact of creative content writing and storytelling in diverse genres. This theme
Yes.
invites us to
Olu,
delve
welcome
in,
back. Hmm.
This theme invites us to delve into the rich world of storytelling, examining how narratives shape our understanding of the world and ourselves. Through storytelling, people have been able to have a clue of the world before them. They have been able to shape this mindset. Storytelling helps us with our imagination, helps us to shape this mindset of many people don't would like say storytelling gives us this video, this picture that helps us
Yeah.
know these things that we have not experienced. But storytelling helps us to explore different cultures that we don't belong to. Then I'll explain the meaning of narratives. These are stories, whether fictional or non-fictional, that convey meaning and shape our perspectives from different points of view and diverse contexts. These are various settings, cultures, and perspectives that influence the creation and interpretation of narratives. Now we have three
Yes.
types of narratives. We have cultural, according to me, but there are many out there too. We have cultural, personal, and historical narratives. Cultural narrative. This is how this is the different stories. Because I said that narratives we have fictional and non-fictional. So the cultural we also have fictional and non-fictional cultural narratives. Because cultural narrative this is how they help us shape our understanding of our culture. Because some of us don't really travel, we don't know some of us don't even know where we are from, but due to the stories maybe our parents have told us about our culture, we have this understanding, we have this knowledge of where we belong and where we come from.
Yes.
And personal
Yes.
narratives. Personal narrative, this is how people express their stories, express themselves through storytelling. This is how they let the world know what is on in their life. It can be a story to share or it can be a cry for help. We also have historical narratives. This shapes our understanding of the world, of the things that has happened before us, of the past, because many people don't as students we don't really go, we don't travel, but because of the stories we have heard, the things we have heard, the story, especially storytelling is a very vast thing, but many people don't understand because due to storytelling we have heard, may we have touched many cultures. We know some of us even know Indian cultures but have never been there. We know how life in different countries work but we have never been there due to storytelling.
Relation
Now we have
certificate.
storytelling. Narratives has its benefits. We have critical thinking.
Yeah.
It helps us with our thinking. It helps us to have this vast thinking. We are not Our thinking is not shallow like normal people. Like, it gives us this vast creative understanding and thinking that we can imagine anything. It helps us critically. It helps our brain. We also have empathy and understanding because of personal storytelling. When people share their stories, it makes us know what people are going through out there. It helps us to be able to relate to one another's feelings and emotions. Now, creative content writing and storytelling are powerful tools that transcend
Yeah.
boundaries of literature. Sorry,
Yes.
excuse me. That transcend boundaries of literature, media, business, and digital platforms. Because in the let's say in the olden days, in the past, storytelling were only held when our grandmothers would gather us around the tree and sit down in the middle and tell us stories. But now you can read stories on your phone. Storytelling has gone
That's right.
digital. You can buy books and you can read
Yes.
stories in
Yes.
books. You can even download their audio storytellings now that you don't have to read anymore. You can actually play and they'll be reading it out for you. So storytelling has gone
Same. Yeah.
way
Why
past
about it?
sitting
Same.
down,
Yeah.
speaking one on one. It has gone wild, it
Yeah.
has gone digital. Everybody knows storytelling. If I can say that if there's one thing everyone has in common is that culture of story. We all share our culture through storytelling because every culture has a story to tell. Now, while the
Yeah.
essence of storytelling remains the same,
Okay, teacher.
connecting with
Mm.
audience through narratives, like I said before, personal narratives help us to know what others are feeling, help people to connect, to know the circumstance of this person, to know how you can be able to connect with that particular person. Now, storytelling helps
Okay.
audience connect through
That's
narratives.
true.
Its impact varies across different genres, like fictional. Now it helps like storytelling helps to the impact varies on the type of story you listen to. If you listen to
Yes.
a story about like there are these stories that we listen to, there are moral lessons like say
Mm.
tortoise. When you see tortoise in the story, you know that either the story is talking about a cunning, the thing there is cunning, or is a wise figure. Tortoise is displayed as
Figure. Yes.
cunning or
Yes.
wise.
A symbol. A symbol of wisdom, right? The
Yes,
symbol
yes,
of
yes.
wisdom.
So
Yes. Yes.
storytelling has helped us. So it's different ways. You can be reading tortoise as a story of
That's
a
true.
cunning person who is planning to steal someone's, or you can be reading it
Yes.
as
At what point?
so it
Yes.
has
Yes.
the one you
True.
decide
True.
it has
True.
diverse
I love that.
meaning.
Yes.
Whether in
Yes.
fiction, non-fiction, journalism, marketing, or digital media,
You do
storytelling shapes
your trouble. Mm.
perspectives and builds engagement and drives influence. Because if you go
That's
on
true.
social media,
No problem. Is that your light? Are you still there? Okay.
sorry, my screen is actually
Okay. Okay. No problem.
uh, so like I said now, if you go online, most people
Yeah.
that are now popular on TikTok are popular for the stories they share.
True.
Some people send them stories so they can be able to air it online. So
That's
and
right.
in that way that storytelling also drives influence. Many people are invited for talk shows because of the stories they had shared one time or the other. So people want them to come out and speak to share their experience with younger generations coming up. And you see that person becomes popular. So storytelling drives influence. Now fiction. In fiction, storytelling breathes life into imagination.
Ogechi Edibo.
Sorry.
Well, no problem. Yeah.
In fiction, storytelling breathes life into imagination. Writers use
Yeah.
narrative structures, character arcs, and
Yeah.
descriptive language to transport readers into alternate realities. Like
Yeah.
we have some stories. Really sorry. We have some stories we listen to that we know that this story is like fictional. We know it was imagined out of so it was not out of someone's imagination, but it's still enjoyable to read. It still gives out a moral lesson. Like we all know animals cannot talk, those are fables. But that particular story has taught us something that was conveyed.
We're with you. Yeah. Yeah. I like that Amarachukwu is exploring all angles of this theme. Remember, our theme is creative content writing and storytelling. The impact of creative content writing and storytelling in in all genres. So when we say all genres, that's in different aspects of life, whether in medicine, whether in tailoring, whether in bakery, in all aspects, in all narratives, in all genres. That's what this topic is all about. And so far, Amarachukwu Okechukwu is doing justice to the theme. We're waiting for her to return. I guess it has to do with the network. We're waiting for her to return. She so far she has been doing, or she's doing justice to the theme. And I like one of the highlights that Amarachukwu Okechukwu has done is being able to balance all aspects of storytelling and creative content writing. So the same medium you can also use, you use to project, what's bad. You can also use that medium to project what's good. I like the instance she gave regarding the tortoise, as a symbol. I mean, that's another angle I just got to learn today. The and just thinking about it, that's true. The tortoise is a symbol of, could be a symbol of someone who is cunning, crafty, crooked, and could also be a symbol of, wisdom. Someone who is wise, very witty, you know, and intelligent. Now that's storytelling. So if you permit me, I would say from all that she has been highlighting, we're looking at the flexibility of creative content writing and storytelling. You don't just, there is no story like what one of my lecturer taught us years back. And it has taught, it's actually in my head. It's in my head. There's this line of thought that he continued to share way back in school, that nothing exists in a vacuum. Likewise, stories do not exist in a vacuum. There's always a motivation behind the story. There's always a direction to a story. There's always that focus, a story has with regards to the message that it passes across. So nothing, even nothing, likewise stories, no work of art exists in a vacuum. There's always something for everyone to learn from creative content writing and storytelling. So let me tell you how this is in sync with life in general. So that means every step of the way, for every action you take, you're telling a story. Mm? For every single thought that you share, you're telling a story. So storytelling is life. And the greatest storyteller is God Almighty. You know, God is the greatest storyteller, the greatest creative content, initiator, if you like, the greatest artist. Because when you look all around, you see the beauty and the awesomeness of God Almighty. These are stories that we are all part of. And He created you, He created me. You understand? So even God Himself is the greatest storyteller and the greatest source of inspiration for anyone to create content and tell stories. I feel like Amarachi has done justice thus far to this particular theme, and we have some questions here. Yeah. Yes, I believe that if you have any question, you can begin to drop it so that we can attend to it. And what do you think inspires you towards creative content writing? What do you think inspires you towards storytelling? I, for one, I'm inspired by every single event, from personal to third-party events. Okay, so you might be asking, what do you mean from personal to third-party events? Okay, now There are times I could feel so confused about a situation, and I am reflecting, I am pondering, and all of that begins to find expression in my story. And I think this is a very good place to even say that I feel like storytelling and creative content writing is a therapeutic medium. Yay, Amarachi is with us. Is a therapeutic medium. You know, it filters your thoughts. Yeah, it filters your thoughts. Amarachukwu, you're welcome.
Thank you, ma.
You're
Sorry.
welcome. Yeah, before you continue, let's quickly, I don't want to distract you. So let's quickly answer this question. Someone said, how do you balance creativity with authenticity in your storytelling? I think you've touched that before. So please help us out. Yeah. How
Okay.
do you balance creativity with authenticity in your storytelling? That's the question David is asking.
I can say you can
And
actually.
sorry. Clips and chill. Almost sounds like chips and chips. Clips and chill says good job. Okay, so now let's go back to the story. How the question rather, how do you balance creativity with authenticity in your storytelling? I think you've touched that, but it's okay. Let's expatiate. Yeah. Are you there, Ami? Yes, Ami is going to answer that question. Let's just hold on. Jesus is Lord with regards to this our network today. Okay, so like I was saying before Amarachukwu rejoined, I feel like storytelling and creative content writing is very therapeutic because I see it as a medium of expression. And that's why it's a gift from God Himself, God being so generous. He never withholds anything that He wants us to benefit from. And so, creative content writing and storytelling is a therapeutic medium. You can find expression rather than being choked, being choked by all those thoughts. So whether it's your worries, whether it's excitement, whether it's a celebration, whether it's something you just want to talk about, you can find that expression through the medium of creative content writing and storytelling. Is God not awesome? Such an amazing, amazing gift. Yeah. So while we're waiting for Amarachukwu seems to have joined us. Okay, did you get the question?
Yes, ma. You said how to balance creativity and
Okay.
authenticity.
Yes, he said, how do you balance creativity with authenticity in your storytelling? Yeah.
Okay. So when I was growing up, that time, and
Yeah.
the problem I had at that moment was I was trying to be so creative. I was also trying to balance it with real life. So when somebody reads the story, they will also be able to relate it to their real life experiences. So I would say what you should
Yes.
do is that you should bring out the authenticity and bring out the creativity and look for how you can merge them together so you can be
Okay.
able to read as reading it. Because if you want to
Yes.
write about what's it called again, maybe you want to write a fictional story, you want to write a
Yeah.
fictional story, or maybe of fables. I'll say fables. You can also mix them with real life experiences, your real life experience or real life experience that you know can happen to people with your creativity.
Yes.
It actually was because
Yes.
animals can talk. That but making animals talk is actually a very creative perspective, but mixing it with real life human experiences where someone is going to steal
Yes.
and they catch them and the consequences and the lessons to learn not to and what to do, those are real life experiences but mixed with creativity. So I would say that you bring out your real life experience, what you know you want to be in your story, and the creative
Yes.
aspect of what you want to do, and look for way them together so it can be balanced, and look for how you can merge them together. I hope I was able to answer your question.
Awesome. 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 So if I hear you well, just be yourself, right? Be yourself, and of course, also get inspiration from other
Yes,
sources.
ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. So let's wrap up your presentation so that this network will not flip on us again.
Okay, ma'am. So, across all genres, creative content writing and storytelling are not just artistic expressions, but are also strategic tools. Their impact,
Awesome.
their impact lies in their adaptability, shaping culture in fiction and non-fiction, like I said about churches and the rest. Yes. Shaping for culture in fiction, non-fiction, documenting truth in journalism, like the newspaper. We don't know what happens, but when we read the newspaper, we are aware of what happens in our environment. So storytelling can also be used as a means of sharing information and what is going on in our society
Yeah.
at that moment.
Yeah.
Because it's a story that was told through journalism, through the press, through our newscasters that come online to tell us, okay, this is what is happening in the country right now. This is what is happening in America between the war of Russia and Ukraine, stuff like that. We are not there, but through storytelling, we have been able to know what is going on there. Documenting
That's
truth
right.
in journalism, influencing behavior in marketing. When people see what other people are doing online, some will say that this is my role model. I want to become like that person through their story. Maybe their story is
Yes.
similar to yours and you're able to conquer it. So you will want to be like that person to also be able to conquer that situation that you are in at that particular moment in time. So you'll be following that person. You wanted to know how that person was able to do it. You'll be listening to more of their story. So storytelling can influence people's point of view, can influence their characters, and can influence their perspectives on other people's lives. Okay, and demonstrating. Yes, I'm getting. Yeah, I'm using the right word. Demonstrating. Storytelling can be used as a means of demonstrating things that you never knew as a but
Yes.
'cause they say that what you know, what you don't know will not kill you. I hope I got that saying right. What you don't know will not
Yes.
kill you. So storytelling will tell you what you are meant to know and how you can
Yes.
avoid that
Yes.
particular situation. Because
Yes.
many of
Yes.
us,
I concur. Mhm.
we are not thieves, we are not armed robbers. But when we hear stories of thieves, maybe we wanted to venture into it. Devil has got to push you,
Yes.
or you are in this situation in your life. Maybe wanted to, but when you read a story of they call this armed robber, he was shot and he died. You say, no, my life is
That's
more
true.
valuable than this. Too. So that story
Yes. I just
that idea in total. So storytelling helps
beautiful.
us. It helps a lot. Sometimes it saves our life, it protects our life. Because when you see on the news, there's gunshots, there's shooting in this side in Kano State, and maybe you're on your way there,
Yes.
you pause. You pause. So that
Yes.
particular story, that news that you have heard at that moment has
That's
saved your
right.
life. Has saved your life. So I would like to say that storytelling is not just the way it used to be before. It has advanced, it has progressed. Like technology is moving, storytelling is also moving with technology.
That's
So I would
right.
like to say that if you have a story that you want people to know that you know can help people, I would suggest that if you're comfortable with it, you put it out there to help the younger generations coming up, and you continue to explore the diverse context of storytelling because it is very, very beautiful. What you can do with your imagination, you will be surprised. You will be surprised. So thank you, Ma. I really enjoyed my teaching. Thank you.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you so much,
Thank
darling
you.
Amarachukwu. Thank you. I could stay here all day just listening to you. Like you killed it. You shredded everything. You shredded
Thank
everything. And Amarachukwu, I'm hearing in my voice that you're going to be having your segment too. You're going to be having your segments. Trust me. There's so much. There's so much in you. There's so much in you.
thank
This is an amazing presentation. Amazing. People don't want you to go. People don't want to let you go. Okay, let's take one more question. Amachuku, in fact, if you people want her to answer your questions, you need to start booking her for it. Okay, now can you see the latest question there? Can you see it?
Do you think the rise of new media platforms will impact the way we consume and interact with our stories? Streaming service, social media. It
Yeah.
depends. I would say
Okay.
there are many stories like I don't know if you have heard about the story of what's her name? The girl that was swallowed but that was eaten by the Accra, the whale that she
Yes.
was training. Yeah, I think her name is Jennifer or something like that. So
No, Amachi, stay with us. Stay with us. You cannot go. Network can't do this one. Do this one. So we're going to wait. Let's see if we can wait a little more for her to handle and do justice to this question, because I like the direction she has already taken. You know, she has started with, and I'm very positive that it's going to be a very, very sound landing. Amarachukwu Okechukwu, for you. Very intelligent, very witty. And another beautiful thing about Amarachukwu Okechukwu that I must say here on this platform is how she's able to just take a task, a creative task, and do justice to it, shred it bit by bit. And she just gives us every single detail around, the task, around the assignments. I mean, with such attitude, she will definitely go very far. Amarachukwu Okechukwu, we've been enjoying every bit of your presentation, and I will say congratulations, because this is already an express distinction for me. But let me not jump the gun, because I work with a team, so we're definitely going to give you our collective feedback. Let me see. How do you think the rise of new media platforms, e.g., streaming services, social media, will impact the way we consume and interact with stories? I believe it's a way forward. That's simply capturing it that way. I believe it's a way forward. Anything that adds to the narrative is always welcome. That's what I say. So it's more of a plus. It's an addition. It's making information so compact, that even someone in Zamfara, someone in Sokoto, someone in Delta State now can hear me without me necessarily being there. I mean, the medium we are operating by now is part of it. I mean, you can see how flexible dissemination of information has become. So, except of course you are opposed or you're very conservative and you just want to stay with the same process, and all that. I feel part of life is moving forward the way God has created life. If you look at all the creation of God from day one to the last day that He created, well, this just came, and that's true. I mean, you see that for every single creation He made, there was an advancement. For every first, He made this, next He moved to this, next. God is progressive, if you ask me. Yes, the God I serve is progressive. So that's part of the DNA that is that continues to manifest in advance, in innovations, so to speak. That's the DNA. I feel everything finds expression in God. Everything finds expression in God. Now, the next one, he said, in using social media and reading hard copy books, which is better? Okay, now I will say, mm, they all find expression differently. None is better than the other, because every single narrative has its place. Using social media and reading hard copy, they are both unique places, with regards to information consumption. Okay, they are all unique platforms. I would, if you ask my own thoughts, I would say best they are complemented. Mhm. You can have the best of both worlds. So if you have the information in the hard copy, go ahead, consume the information there. If you have information via your social media, for example, your chat, GTB and all that, go ahead, consume the information there and use it, maximize it. You understand? What counts is the kind of information that you are getting, the medium, irrespective, the medium, irrespective. If I can get my information through the hard copy book, fine. If I can get my information through the social media medium, fine. All good and fine. For me, the more the merrier. So long is complementing and updating my general knowledge, both general knowledge, academic knowledge, and all that. It's fine. So I would say they are both good to go. They are both good to go. You do not necessarily discard something because there's something new. A previous a previous medium you've been using is still as useful as the latest one you're using. So long it's not obsolete, so long it's still very useful for me. I will use any medium to get my information. So I would say they are both good to go. They are both apart. They are both unique in their own uh, um, perspective or dimension. Yes, I think Amarachukwu is about to join us. And once she joins us, we are going to be calling it a day. Now, in what ways can storytelling influence our cultural values and norms? Actually, storytelling is already part of our cultural values and norms, like what Amarachukwu um, just shared with us. It's inculcated. You know, Amarachukwu said if there's one thing that connects everyone, is the storytelling factor, because one way or the other, we are telling stories in our diverse cultures. Daddy is telling the children story, you know, via his lifestyle. Mommy is telling our stories via our lifestyle or different stories via um, the general lifestyle. For example, when daddy tells you not to steal, when daddy tells you not to behave in a particular way, that is valuable storytelling through advice, through counseling or good counsel, you know, through sharing good thoughts with your children. That's already part of a culture, family culture. Amachi, welcome back. Okay, so you just take that question and we can call it a day. Yeah,
Okay, let me.
yeah,
So as I was saying, that Jessica story, social media gave it different interpretations, different meaning. There were different stories as there. No one knew how to be what to believe and what not to believe. So I'll say
yeah. I think the network again. I think the network again. Just take your time to return because we're going to wrap up once you return. Okay, so there's storytelling as a dynamic in culture, both personal culture, you know. This is in response to in what ways can storytelling influence our culture, values, and norms? It's already influencing it in so many ways. You understand? In so many ways, through the exemplary lifestyle that we project. You understand? Through songs, So the medium could be through songs, through prose, through poetry, through fiction. You just put the information out there that can influence lives, that can influence both the old, the young, and it just adds to the quality of life. It adds to the quality of life. So storytelling, creative content writing is already part of the human culture at large in general. It's already part of the human culture. And that's a beautiful thing. That's why I keep buttressing that life in itself is storytelling every single step of the way. What we are doing right now is part of the storytelling of, that is pushing the narrative of educating, enlightening, informing people, you know. And so that's about it, David. I hope I've been able to also address that. I'd like for us to actually wrap up with Amarachi um, on ground. Yeah. So we'll patiently wait. Now, there are different ways you could actually tell your stories. There are different ways you could create your contents. It just all depends on what uh, you're tilted
Mother,
toward. Yeah, yeah, sir. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're with you. Yeah. Can you hear me? We can hear you.
I
Yes.
can't hear your voice anymore.
Okay, you can't hear my. Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
Okay, I can hear you. Just go
Okay,
ahead.
but you can hear me.
Yes.
Okay, I think I will manage it like that. So as I was saying, I think you just have to look for a reliable source of information on social media to know where you get your information from. We impact the way we consume and interact with stories. I think you have to look for a reliable source because there are many sources online, and when you read that story, it lacks authenticity. You will know that this is not real. You will know that this is not true if you have read stories from people like Chimamanda, many others. You will know a real story when you see one. So I would say you should depend on a reliable source. Look for a reliable source to get your stories from. That's what I would say on that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amarachukwu Okechukwu. Thanks for the piece of knowledge that you have shared with us. Congratulations on your project. Yes. And thank you for your time. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
No, ma, I can't still hear you.
Okay, no problem. So it's a wrap. You have done justice to the topic, and we are so grateful to have you come share this invaluable, because this is even beyond valuable. You cannot even put monetary value to it. Thank you so much. And that's Amarachukwu Okechukwu. She has explored and done justice to the theme, the impact of creative, yes, the impact of creative, yes, yes, the impact of creative content writing and storytelling in diverse genres. She has done justice to it back to back. Um, stay tuned. We're going to be having sessions with Amarachukwu Okechukwu going forward, because I know there's so much she wants to explore and share with us. Amarachukwu Okechukwu's book is on the way. Stay tuned. That is cooking. That is cooking. Trust me. Beautiful story. Let me not let the cat out of the bag yet. We are working. We are working on it, and we're going to be having sessions where she'll just be giving you little dose of the story. But you have to buy your copy. You have to buy your copy. Thank you so much, Amarachukwu Okechukwu. Any word? What's your social media handle? How can you be reached? Any word for us before we
Um,
say goodbye? Let's make it quick so that we can beat these network people.
okay, my number or my TikTok handle or which one?
Let's keep your number safe for now. All your social media handle. Yes.
Okay, on YouTube I'm Okechukwu Amarachukwu. On Instagram I'm Okechukwu Amarachukwu, and on TikTok I'm Only Love.
Only
OYILOVE.
okay, OYILOVE. Yeah. So you can reach her through that. For now, we don't want to drop her number. I guess as time progresses, when we start talking about her project, because Amachiko, we're working on an audiobook. Trust me, it's a story you don't want to miss. When we get to that stage, we'll definitely share all of the details. And this is not going to be the last session with her. There are going to be many more sessions with Amarachukwu Okechukwu. The team will work with her, and we'll keep you posted. Now, remember what I always say, inspiration is the bedrock of creativity. You can always explore yours. The sky is big enough for every one of us to fly. Keep winning. Bye for now.
All right, thank you, ma.
You're welcome. That's the end it. Let me see. Yeah, we're going to end it.
Useless.